Hey guys, Nic Peterson here, and we're going to continue to talk about mastery, learning shit, becoming great at what you do. And here's the thing about becoming great at what you do and winning and not running out of gas because it is a trek, right? And this is something that one of my mentors said just recently, like literally like 5 days ago in a conversation. You are not going to win a race you don't want to be in. Okay, so this is super, super important because when we go to master something, we're looking at Elon Musk, we're looking at Phil Knight, we're looking at Benjamin Franklin, we're looking at these historical examples of people that found their calling, and that might not be your calling. So we want to take the concepts and the principles of mastery, but we don't want to run somebody else's race. You're going to run out of gas, and even if you win, you don't win, right? You don't win a race you don't want to be in. You can't. Even if you win, you don't win. And that's what we want to make sure we're exploring when we say, all right, I'm ready to be great. The first step, because humans have this bias towards positive action, one direction or the other, the first step is inward. Who am I? What do I really want? What finish line am I looking to cross? Now, Robert Greene delves into this in more detail and with phenomenal biographies and stories. How different people find this calling. But again, you can't run somebody else's race. So there's strategies to kind of find like, what is my life's task? One of them is sitting back and reflecting on your origins. What do I have a profound connection with? What do I think about all the time? What do I always think about improving or doing better? What interests me so much that it transcends interest and it's borderline religion? That's a race worth running. And that is what is going to drive you, okay? Additionally, you can occupy just the perfect little crack, right? A lot of marketers, I think it's brilliant, say 1 inch wide, a mile deep. Which means maybe there's not a ton of breadth. Maybe it's just type 1 diabetic moms that you want to help. Or maybe it's just this little tiny niche. But if you occupy it and fill it perfectly, it will bring you immense pleasure and probably a whole bunch of money too. But an opportunity to learn and master something, right? This is kind of what Darwin did, right? Charles Darwin just kind of, who else was doing it at the time? And he just occupied and filled the perfect crack for himself, right? This is a square peg in a square hole situation. Those exist. What are you a part of, right? What community can you improve? And you may just find something that fuels you there. Alternatively, instead of chasing something you believe in strongly, you can go the other way and rebel against something you really, really hate. Maybe you don't know what you believe in, but these guys are wrong. And that will fuel you. That's a race worth running. Okay, so this path to mastery is a look inward. Changing the past is a good one, right? You don't like the status quo. You think things should be different. You're ready to shake up and disrupt an industry. Maybe you want to give people new criteria in which to make decisions. Maybe you don't like the way things are being done. Maybe you feel like you can make a faster technology or help people make better decisions, right? This is the way it's always been done and you're sick of it. That could fuel you, right? Again, don't worry about what anybody else did, how anybody else made their money, learned their skills, or attained their mastery. Alternatively, you can just be objective about your strengths and your weaknesses. And ignore this temptation you have to be liked by others, because they're going to want you to bring up your weaknesses, right? They're going to want you to strengthen your weaknesses so you fit in society better. And what happens is you end up with a bunch of strong weaknesses. That's like being the shortest tall person, right? So in this case, we want to focus on your strengths. If you have one strength that is so far above everything else and you don't really have any other direction, you make that strength a fucking superpower, right? And these are just some strategies. You just reflect and figure out what drives you. But this is the first step to mastery. Because if you start running a fucking race you don't want to run, you're not going to win. You may not even finish. And then you got to sit down and go through this again. You may as well do it right the first time, right? So just understand that the options are endless, and you have to determine, what do you want for yourself at the end? What is the end goal? Impact, money, knowledge, peace, enough. Do you just want to feel like you have enough? What does that mean for you? So look inward, okay? Ignore your human instinct and your bias towards positive action, and make sure you're going the right direction, because the initial conditions of something have a profound effect on the end, right? They say something like a ship 1 degree off compass ends up thousands and thousands of miles off course. So this is maybe the most important step you take. You're going to adjust over and over, but you at least need to figure out what the calling is. And the rest will kind of work itself out. Hope you guys realize you just got hit with some really powerful and pragmatic stuff. Don't you think? I do. And if you agree, hit the thumbs up button below and like the video. Let me know in the comments what other videos you want to see, what you want me to expand upon, and what questions you have. And remember, all of this stuff is only as powerful as the actions you take in your execution, the practical applications you can derive from it. So let's see how quickly and effectively and efficiently you can master the things to come. You're going to get information here that's going to help you on your journey that you will not find anywhere else. So be sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss one of these videos.